Hey, how's everyone going again? This is Jason again with the Empire Axe. Got a request to go a little bit more in depth with the bolt system. We're going to cover that today. A couple things, we'll go ahead and start off. When this marker is gassed up, the bolt will not come out. The reason why. Right here, where the actual air port goes in, right at the base of the bolt system itself, there is a very small pin. What it does, when it is aired up and the air actually travels through the grip, the air will go all the way up right about here and literally pushes the pin inside of the bolt system. So the bolt will not come out with air in it. We'll go ahead and we'll do that real quick just to cover that topic. So we go ahead, let's go ahead and gas it up. As you can see, we are live with pressure. So now, I'll go ahead and just push this in. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, so I do apologize for that. Okay, now as soon as I release my hand, you're probably thinking the bolt's going to fly out. Well, that is completely released right now. And as you can see, we'll zoom in a little bit here too. Sorry about the shadow. We only have about a thumbnail right here. Now, the reason why is like we just mentioned, that little air system, or that little pin you can somewhat say, is engaged the bolt. So the bolt will not come out. Just wanted to cover that real quick. This is just a safety protocol. Don't try doing this on purpose on a field. This is just so that if you're running and you accidentally hit it, the bolt will not eject out of the gun. So you know what? Let's go ahead. And we're going to put this right back in. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this instead. Let's go ahead and degas this marker. Okay, so it's pretty much has no gas in it. Now, as you can see, the bolt system pops right out. Let's go ahead and do that again. We'll go ahead and push it in just a little bit. As soon as I move my hand, boom, pops right out. That means that there is no gas in the marker. And as you can see a big difference versus a finger almost to a fingernail. Big difference on that. So let's go ahead. Now to get this out, you actually have to push the pin button, or the lock release, sorry about that. Turn it, pull it out straight, turn it again, and then it pops right out. So we're going to go ahead, real quick note, and I'll show you this in a minute. When you're putting the bolt system back in, there's actually a housing right here for the spring. Be careful. If the bolt does not go in and you have a lot of pressure, just move it around slowly and it will go in. We'll cover that in a minute. Now, on a quick note, when you actually take the top part, the actual chamber from the grip, the push button right here is a small piece of metal with a spring. Be careful, do not lose that. When you actually push the button, let's zoom in here. When you push the button to release this, what you're doing is you're actually allowing that ball bearing to drop down. It does have a slight groove cut into it. So just be cautious not to lose either one of those. As you can see, the marker does, it's almost like a W. So we go boom, 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 boom. Marker, the bolt system will go right into the marker. But let's go ahead and cover this real quick. Okay, so pretty much real simple design, just like the Mini. You have the spring, the bolt, and the housing. Comes apart in basically 3 sections. That's all there is to it. You have the spring, the bolt, and the actual housing itself, or the whole bolt assembly, back, cap, whatever you prefer to say. Now this you don't really have to do too much to, but what I like to do is just get a little bit of lube, just put it on the spring, just so it has a lot smoother. Definitely with the bolt system, you do want to lube up your front O-ring, the two in the back, and just make sure that the inside is pretty flawless, pretty lubed up too, only because it sits right in this assembly. And you definitely want to make sure this is smooth. So you have a front, 2 in the mid. You have 1 at the base, which you can't really see that good. See if we can get a good shot of it. It's about right there is the best. 1 right here in the middle, 2 near the back. And just to verify, that is a poppet in there. So technically, this does use a poppet system for the bolt. Even though it's closed, kind of cool if you ask me. Now, the good thing with the push button, like I covered in my other review, You only have to adjust the velocity one time. After you do that, you're golden. You don't have to mess with this ever again. Only thing that you do is just push the push button, slides right out. But maintenance is real simple on this. Just definitely keep it lubed. The lube you get is pretty good, but I like using Sleek or even the dye. I've used Hater a little bit, but don't really like the feel of it, or that it leaves your hands green, like Shrek. So, now, we'll go ahead and zoom in here so I can really show you what I was talking about with the spraying system. Right about there is where you're going to start having the issue. As you can see, it's, kind of going in smooth, but what you want to do is if you ever get it stuck, just move it around. We'll go ahead and back it out a little bit. Just move it around until it goes in. Now, once it goes in, you are going to get more tension. So let's go ahead and lift this up a little bit here. So as you can see, you do have to get it lined up perfectly. Okay. Once you get it lined up, it's going to be real easy to start moving it right back where it needs to go. Now, right about there, it's closed. So now, in order to completely take care of this, let's go ahead and close the bolt. We're in. And just to verify, we'll go ahead and gas it up and shoot it one time just to show you the bolt is fully functional. Okay, and really that is it to the bolt assembly. Real simple, easy maintenance. Other than that, yet again, this is Jason with the Axe Marker. Thanks for watching.